everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is such a special day because it is Arcane Haven's release day. There you are. Oh yeah. Ivy has been going through the bookshelves and pulling out all the books. You want to show everyone your Halloween? We are all decked out for fall today. I have my ghost earrings. We're gonna do some fall stuff in this vlog, but just wanted to start off this video with that announcement that Arcane Haven is officially available to order on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. I'm trying to think of the other places you can get it in paperback, hardback, and ebook. I'm super excited that book 5 is out in the world, and very shortly after, in October, Midnight Rain, which is the final book in the series, will be released. So, one down, one to go. Oh, want to show everyone your little Halloween dress? It's so pretty. Yeah. What are you saying? Hi. Oh. So this morning, after I dropped the kids off at school, I stopped by Trader Joe's. It's still hot here, I should mention that. It doesn't feel like fall yet, but I am in the fall state of mind because fall really is a state of mind. So I went to Trader Joe's. She's literally pulling all the paper out of this drawer right now. I went to Trader Joe's with Ivy and got to see some of their fall stuff. So I think I probably showed my little fall, that is really loud, my fall haul, if you will, from Trader Joe's. And then also went to Hobby Lobby and got some fall florals because there are 2 vases. There's one in the main entryway when you walk into our house, and then one in the kitchen that are very like spring, just kind of like year-round florals, whites and greens. And so I wanted to kind of spruce that up with some fall decor. And Hobby Lobby was having a 40% off sale on all of their fall floral, just FYI. So my plan for this vlog is to just make it very fall-esque, autumn aesthetic. I've been listening to the Practical Magic soundtrack for the past week straight, and it's just such a vibe, and it puts me in such a good mood. So things like making a fall simmer pot and a Mabon salt bowl, and redoing the florals in the house to kind of look more like fall, that type of stuff, baking and creating, I don't know, fall crafted drinks, coffee, stuff like that. So we'll just see, we'll see what we get into during this vlog. But this is how I'm celebrating the release of Arcane Haven, is just doing all of my favorite things, which just happens to be, this just happens to be the proper season for all of that. You ready? Yay, let's go. Organizing, it looks so good. Yeah, good job. Wow. Yeah. It looks way better than before. You stacking them? So I've just finished making sure that everything is good to go on Amazon, so like on KDP with the paperback and the ebook. As I inserted into the earlier part of this vlog, the hardback version will be available soon. Ingram Spark just takes a little bit longer to approve everything. But I did notice this time, because the last time I published a book, I'm trying to think, Crescent Fire, was that 2020? I don't even know. I don't know the dates anymore. It must have been 2022. So I didn't publish a book in 2023. I'm pretty sure, because I believe Crescent Fire was published right before my husband and I got together. Anyways, Ingram Spark, at least from what I can tell, did away with their $50 upload fee and the $25 revision fee for every time you re-upload it. Like if you notice there were mistakes in your digital proof and then you went and fixed those mistakes and then uploaded a new PDF of your manuscript, usually Ingram Spark charged you $25. So from what I can tell, after submitting everything, there was no $50 initial upload fee, and I'm hoping there's no change fees either. I think I remember getting an email about this sometime last year and thought to myself, oh, it's about time, finally. And then just forgot about it. But that was a pleasant surprise, because as you can imagine, if any of your formatting or spacing happens to be off, or you notice something that you want to change, that can get pretty expensive. You know, it starts to add up when you are re-uploading your manuscript multiple times. All of that to say, the hardback version will be available soon. I just don't know exactly when. I don't have any control over that. That is completely Ingram Spark and everything they're doing on the back end. The last thing I need to do on my release day checklist is just to go through the Amazon pre-orders as well as my autographed copy pre-orders and just sort everything out, make sure everything is good to go for those. Of course, I could not order copies, physical copies of Arcane Haven to ship out until today, like until the release day. And so then it's gonna take Amazon a little while to print those and all of that and get them shipped here. But they're usually pretty fast. It usually takes less than a week to do that. So as soon as those books are delivered to the house, I'm gonna sign them, ship them, all of that. So that'll probably be in a separate vlog, that B-roll, because I don't have the copies of the books yet. They are still being printed. Which reminds me, if you did happen to miss the pre-order window for autographed copies, not to worry, you can still do that on my website. It just won't be a pre-order anymore. It'll be just a regular signed copy of a book. And of course, I'm going to process the orders in which they were received. So the pre-orders, those signed pre-orders, will go out first, and then any additional orders that come in will be shipped out once those pre-orders have already been shipped out. I noticed in the comments on my last video that a lot of people really appreciated the chat around success and what success means to you, and that you get to define what success is to you personally on an individual level. And I want to piggyback off of that in reminding everyone, whoever needs to hear this or wants to hear this, that there is no perfect time, perfect conditions don't exist. And so often we can get so wrapped up in our minds and what we think something is supposed to look like throughout our lives, we come to define preferences. So for instance, I prefer to write in a very aesthetically pleasing environment. I prefer to write when I feel comfortable, usually surrounded by books and fairy lights and at a desk in an office that is curated and again aesthetically pleasing to the eye, with a candle lit, you know, my writing glasses on, writing gloves on. That's how I prefer to write. However, in this current season of life, that is not always feasible. So I really do enjoy the times I do get to sit at a desk in the office and work on my books or just do anything book related. But most of the time, because I've got, you know, a little one running around causing chaos and creating havoc, I don't always get the opportunity to sit down at a desk or in an office or in a coffee shop. For instance, I can't even remember the last time that I wrote in a coffee shop or at Barnes & Noble, at the library, in a bookstore. It was when I was pregnant with her. I have not been anywhere because she would go insane just sitting in her stroller staring at me while doing that. Not to mention, there's just kind of like an energy pull going on there, right? Because I'm just so focused on her that I can't focus on anything else that I'm doing. So my writing sessions look vastly different now. It's usually during a contact nap, or if Ivy falls asleep in the car, in her car seat, I'll park in the shade. I always have my laptop with me now. I'll pull that out and I'll write in my car. Is it the most aesthetically pleasing thing? No. Is it perfect conditions in my mind? Is it the ideal setup? Absolutely not. But I got it done. And at the end of the day, the fact that I can see the images in my mind, like when I'm writing, I'm imagining it as if a movie were playing in my head. I just pop my AirPods in or my headphones on and write. And the music is what has really helped me kind of transport myself to that world, where then wherever I'm at writing the actual book, that physical location doesn't matter as much, because I'm in my own head. I'm in the world of my characters. I'm listening to music. So that is something I have noticed in this season of life, or if you have kids and you have a hard time focusing, or you feel like your energy is being pulled every which way. AirPods, headphones, put some music on. Music is such an amazing way to bring your focus back. And I didn't realize how distracted, or how, yeah, I guess distracted is the right word, how distracted I get by even the smallest noise. And as you can imagine, in a household this size, there's noise. There's lots of noise all the time. People talking, people coming and going, just noise. So again, just a reminder that there's whatever perfect scenario, perfect conditions are in your head are probably just that. They're in your head, they don't actually exist. So if there is something that you really want to do in this life, like write a book, do it regardless. Do it regardless of your current situation. Do it regardless of the distractions. Do it regardless of things not being perfect, the aesthetic not being perfect, right? Maybe just take a piece of your aesthetic, like a candle. For me, it's the music and my AirPods. That's like the piece of my aesthetic I can take with me. It can travel with me, because I'm not always writing at home. Again, usually writing in the car. So that's my little tidbit of advice if you find yourself in a season of life where you just don't have as much alone time, you don't have as much quiet time, there are a lot of people depending on you, a lot of people pulling on your energy, or it's just like a super busy season. Maybe you're like a student and you're working full time and you're working multiple jobs, or I don't know, you're a mom, or you're pregnant, or you have a newborn, or just like, there's so many different scenarios, right? Where we're just so incredibly busy and it can be hard to find the time to write. But I get that comment a lot where people are like, wow, like you're super mom, and how are you able to write these books and you're publishing 2 in 1 year? And it's like, yeah, but I didn't publish one last year. It's taken some time, and it's the end of the series. And so I really wanted to make sure that I got everything right, which is the reason for doing this dual release. I wanted to make sure that I had enough time to really make sure that everything is fully wrapped up, fully covered, all the foreshadowing taken care of, everything's answered. And yeah, super happy with how this series turned out. and how it ends. So that brings me to the end of this vlog. I want to thank you so much for watching and for spending this release day with me. I hope you had fun kind of going through all the fall things and the fall crafts, and I hope to be back soon with more fall related content. Again, this is my favorite season. But if you did like this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.